Good morning, I'm Edward. Today is July 5th and it's beautiful Sunday morning, almost noon. Sunny day, beautiful clouds. As the topic said, for this live stream, emotional health and world news consumption, negative impacts. Increased stress and anxiety. People who consume large amounts of news, especially negative or sensationalized content, report higher level of emotional distress, including anxiety, sadness, and fear. Physical symptoms. Excessive news consumption has been linked not only to poor mental health but also to physical issues like fatigue, poor concentration, and gastrointestinal problems. Disrupted daily life. Individuals with problematic news habits often report difficulty sleeping, focusing at work, or enjoying time with family and friends. Doomscrolling media overload. The phenomenon of doomscrolling, compulsively consuming negative news, has been shown to create a cycle of emotional depletion and helplessness. Social media and TV news are especially associated with emotional distress more so than traditional print media. Political news and emotional well-being. Emotional toll of political news. Daily political news consumption is strongly associated with chronic stress, negative emotions, and even symptoms of depression and PTSD. Even when political content aligns with person's beliefs, it can still evoke anger, frustration, or hopelessness. Emotion regulation strategies like distraction or reframing can reduce distress but may also reduce motivation to engage in civic action. The trade-off. Researchers describes a wellness versus engagement dilemma. Tuning out political news can improve personal well-being but may reduce political participation. People who experience more negative emotions from political news are often more motivated to act, but at a cost to their mental health. What helps? Coping strategies, media diets. Limiting news exposure to one's daily or weekly check-ins can reduce stress without leaving people uninformed. Mindful consumption. Choosing balanced, factual sources and avoiding sensationalist or emotionally manipulative headlines. Emotional regulation. Practicing acceptance, reframing, or taking action. Example, volunteering can help channel distress into purpose. Final thought. The news is not inherently harmful, but how we consume it matters. Like food, information can nourish or poison depending on the source, portion, and timing. For those feeling overwhelmed, stepping back, even temporarily, can be a powerful act of self-care. Four minutes, almost 5. I just want to share my personal experience on this topic and let me go back to it, and here it mentioned that physical symptoms. Excessive news consumption has been linked not only to poor mental health but also to physical issues like fatigue, poor concentration, and gastrointestinal problems. Gastrointestinal problems. That's what happened to me. Exactly. Gastrointestinal problems. I was consuming a lot of news, especially after 2022, February, when Huilo, I hope you know the term, when Huilo started the nonsense, right? I was very much upset with this news, very upset. But I was listening, constantly engaging in consuming the information about what's going on, and I would listen to different podcasters. I'm not very much into TV news, but my YouTube feed, right, will be all full of political news. And yeah, of course, liberal political observance and all that. Gastrointestinal problems. So after a while, the aggression started in February, right? And February 2022. And I would be constantly listening to the news. I would even be watching some disturbing videos from the place of action. And what happened to me, I started to seek gastrointestinal problems. Very serious. I would be hospitalized basically every few months. I got sick, I go to the hospital emergency. I have to be checked into the ward, and because I was not able to eat on my own, so I need medical assistance. I would be hospitalized on the hospital bed. And that time I was working in Hsinchu, and I would go to Maje hospital, which is, I think it depends on the place. And to be honest, Hsinchu, Maje, in my opinion, not really good doctors in that particular hospital in Hsinchu. Up to the point that they just seems to me like real clowns. So I would get out of the hospital, and just after a month I have to check in back. I have to go and seek medical assistance because I will feel same symptoms like vomiting and not able to eat any food. And I would still keep listening to the news all the time. And I was hospitalized, and I think like minimum 4 times. Yeah, from the period of September to New Year. I think I was hospitalized 3 times in Hsinchu, Maje. And I was not able to work, right? So I discussed with my employee and I requested to terminate my contract. I supposed to work till the end of the year, till the February of 2023. But once I started to get sick from September, I requested to let me go and take care of my health. They agreed to that and we terminated the contract and I was free to leave. So I decided to move back from Hsinchu back to Chunan, back here to this place. When I was trying to find place, when I came to this landlord, he rejected me at the first, and then I was trying to look for some other place, and I basically called him back and I begged him. I said, please, we know each other for a long time. I'll try my best to be a good forget the word. Yeah, tenant. Yeah, I will be a good tenant to you because I know you're a very good landlord, Mr. Pony. It's so hard now. It's really hard nowadays to find place to live, especially here in Chunan, because TSMC, the science park, I think they are opening here, and so many people are coming here to work, and they have to rent places like this, small studios, just to basically to crash, take rest, then go back to work, and on weekends they probably going back to their hometowns. Yeah, because just a couple days ago I talked to Mr. Pony, he's my landlord. He said, I'm full. Wow, I was surprised to hear, but I said, very good, I'm happy to hear that. All rooms are occupied. He's like, yeah, I'm full, I have no empty room. Before it used to be like 1 or 2 rooms always available, but now TSMC is open, I'm full. And I was lucky he allowed me to, sorry about this. Yeah. After breakfast, 1 hour passed. I think I will set another 30 minutes. I'm very thirsty because of the digesting my breakfast, right? But I'm still trying to hold myself, not drink any water. Probably in 30 minutes I will have some water after the digestion takes second stage. Okay, back to my story. Somehow I couldn't understand that listening to all this news is actually what is creating my physical illness. And doctors will also would not understand. They will just, you have an intestinal infection, inflammation, and so I will get medical help. So by New Year I managed to return back here to Chunan, and on the day when I was moving my things I had to order 2 trucks. I moved from here to Hsinchu 1 truck, and when I was returning back it was 2 trucks. Yeah, the reason is because the place I would rent, it only had air conditioner in it, that's it. Similar to here, but twice maybe bigger the size room, and about same price, 6,000 a month. It wasn't in Hsinchu city, it was in between Hsinchu and Chudong, in small community near Science Park. That's why the price was quite reasonable, 6,000. There is no such prices in Hsinchu city. Hsinchu is considered as expensive as Taipei. So, and I would feel sick right on the way back from Chudong to Chunan. Yeah, I was sitting in a truck and feeling very sick, and I requested truck driver to take me straight to Weigon Hospital. Oh, I need a tissue. Straight to Weigon Hospital. Yeah, and he drove not to Chunan, but he drove to Tofan, Weigon Hospital. Sorry about this. That was Christmas time and New Year of 2023. And I met very nice doctor. Gastrointestinal doctor, and he's a surgeon because my problems are connected to the surgeries. Intestinal obstruction. That's the surgery I suffer most from. So he helped me, and then after that I was hospitalized in total 3 more times. So New Year, and then I think March, probably in February, then in May, and then in September again. And this doctor, he, in my opinion, he is good at what he does. He's a good surgeon. He does the surgeries. He said, if you would need a surgery, I would be one who will be performing the surgery on you. So that's why he would be treating me and the one who is giving me all diagnoses. And when he saw me at third time, he's a very ethical person, I think. Very nice doctor. He would visit me on Saturdays, Sundays as well. I was surprised. I never see doctors coming Saturdays, Sundays, but he would come in and I would say, wow, doctor, it's weekend and you are checking on me. And he's like, yeah, it's my duty. Very nice doctor. Then he would come one day to me and he say, I'm thinking that the problem you have, they are connected to your emotional and psychological condition of you, right? And he say, I would suggest you to see a psychiatrist. Would you like me to direct you to a psychiatrist? Is that okay with you? I was in so bad condition. I said, of course, doctor, please, whatever it takes. I want to get well. I want to be healthy. If you think that's what I need, yes, please. Yeah. And it's been 2 years. I'm regularly seeing him for the medication. That's how it works. They give you 3 months medication and then you have to go and see doctor face to face, and then if he sees that the medication is working and helping you, he would extend it for another 3 months. So it's been like already 2 years when I get my medication. Like my acidic stomach acids level are very high, so I take anti-acid agent every morning on empty stomach before I start eating my meals. Then I would have nausea, right? If you know what nausea is, it's very uncomfortable feeling when you feel like vomiting and all your body feeling fatigue and you're feeling nausea. And I would often have anxiety, panic attacks. And so a year ago, exactly on this day, I think tomorrow it's going to be 0 days. So last year on July 6th, I think I had a very huge panic attack, big one. It was so strong that I was thinking what I wanted it to change, right? So I decided, alright, that's it. I can't listen to all of the things anymore. I just can't. So I convinced myself to stop consuming any sort of news, any sort of analytical discussions and all that. I set on my Google Calendar 100 days. I convinced myself to not do it for 100 days, 100 days. I was basically trying to help myself by my own, even though I was taking medication, but the panic attacks, the anxiety, the nausea, sometimes it could happen. And I decided to help myself by controlling what information I'm consuming, because I would feel so anxious, I would feel so much fear for the world, for everything that has nothing to do basically with me, actually, in reality. So I set 100 days. Okay, and I think it was Sunday. So I would set 199, 98, 97. Then I would finish 100 days. And within these 100 days, I would occasionally sleep anyway. I would listen to something. Not a lot, but once or twice or maybe up to 5 times. I would see online some podcaster that I really liked before and I really enjoyed, and I would just listen to what he would say. Yeah. But then I would hear, in essence, they're not saying anything different. It was the same, what I heard before. So, after finishing 100 days, I thought, okay, what shall I do next? I convinced myself, why don't I strive for more? I thought, the goal is a year. My goal is to stay away from those things for 1 year. So I finished 100 days, right? Another 265 days to go. So I set 200 days on my Google Calendar. 200, 199, 198. I think every weekend I would count. I would see 150 days, 143 days, 137 days, 130 days. Then I finished 200 days. I was staying away. I was able to do that. I was totally, if I would see online the face of Huilo or anything connected to the war zone action, I would just click not interest, don't show it to me. Yeah. After I completed 200 days, okay, so 300 days done, 64 days more to go. So I set my calendar on a 64 days countdown. And today is day 1. Tomorrow will be day 0. Yeah. I'm kind of proud of myself. As a result, I'm not lunatically happily person and all that, but my panic attacks are stopped. I don't have panic attacks. They stop. I'm not panicking as often as before. And if you know what is panic attack, it's not joyful thing, and it's totally worth it. Okay. What I just read and what I experienced in these last 3 years, wow, taught me a lot. Yeah. So that's my experience. That's how I changed my habit of constantly listening to some daily news, some podcasters, political commentators, and liberals, opposition of the government and all that. I was born in a country that doesn't exist anymore, which is Soviet Union. I was born in USSR in 1977. So if you know what it is like, if some of you relate to it, 1977. I just turned 48 this May. Yeah, and I managed to get out of Russia in 2000. Yeah, that gap of freedom of 90s, that was my teenage time. I was a growing up teenager, and we would have so much freedom at that time. And thank you to universe, thank you to Almighty, or thank you to everything. I'm very thankful that I was able to escape from that country. I'm very grateful for that, and I'm very grateful that I live in Taiwan, which has one of the greatest healthcare in the world, because I'm constantly in need of medical assistance due to surgical history of mine. In total, I had 5 surgeries since birth. 5. Hernia, appendicitis, and intestinal obstruction. I was undertaken surgery 3 times. They were not able to do anything. They had just to open me up. They have to cut me out. So the intestinal obstructions I took 3 times. I undergo that general surgery 3 times. Twice in Russia and once in India. India. Oh. But the doctor was good. He was UK educated doctor, and he made my scar beautiful. He did a good job. I think when I woke up from the surgery the first time in Russia, when I look at my scar, I was shocked. I was like, it looked like a potato bag being stitched. I don't know if you ever saw or not. They stitch me up like just a potato bag. Awful, awful. Yeah, so that's my personal experience, how beneficial is staying away from the news or any sort of political discussions can be on your own health. Sorry, this live stream is like over 30 minutes, 33 minutes, 34. But thank you very much to everyone who watches my videos, and please give me your comment or ask a question. I would be glad and happy to respond and elaborate more if you have any questions. Enjoy your Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, and it's summer vacation. Many of us ESL teachers have summer camps. It's very joyful time. I am trying to teach my students some Father's glorification songs. Yeah. So it's July 5th, right? Next month, August 8th, it's Father's Day. And let's see. how I will perform as a teacher. That's my goal. 2 or 3 nice songs for expressing Father's greatness and expressing our love to our fathers. Yeah, I post those songs, those videos. Sometimes I do live streams from my classes. I think I did once here, right? The other day. Actually, it was my last class in my youngest. They are the smallest one, they are the little ones. I wouldn't dare to take images of them, but I would direct camera on myself, right? But you can hear the voices. They are so little. They are so cute. Nice. But in my opinion, it's the hardest to teach the little ones. The little ones, not so difficult, but if they're just a little bit older than the most young ones, then it's hard. But these little ones, when you just look at them, you forget that you are actually working. You're feeling like you're in heaven. I really enjoy watching young, little happy toddlers here. It gives me so much joy. Happy childhood. Yeah. So it was my last class in that classroom, and I thought, let me make it memorable for me and for members of my group. Yeah. Mental health, that's the one thing that we have to take care of on our own. Nobody can do it for us, just like eating food. If we don't eat, no one can do it for ourselves. Yeah, more and more I'm trying to take shelter in children's songs, and I'm trying to learn how to play them so I can perform nicely in the classroom and encourage students to learn, to sing, to pronounce the lyrics of the songs, to memorize the lyrics and sing it happily together. I would print out the lyrics, and I would also put the QR code, right, for the song from YouTube, so at home they can scan the QR code and hopefully they listen and practice. Sorry for taking so long, but it's a sensitive topic for me. Mental health, physical health. Let us all have great Saturday and great weekend. Thank you again, and I post my children's songs on YouTube named Sound Edward. One word, Sound Edward. Please take a look at my efforts to being a musician. I think music unites us, music gives us happiness, music is something that I'm trying to take shelter of, especially children tunes. Okay, I stop here. Thank you everyone.